Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 5. And I have to say, we're going to start this upcoming week with PSEL 5, which is Community of Caring. But before I get into that a little bit, I'd like to share my thoughts about your cover letters. Um, I have been involved in interviews in schools and central office for many years, and I have interviewed for teachers when I was a principal and principals, and actually I was on the search committee, in charge of the search committee for a superintendent. So that means I've seen a lot of cover letters. And the cover letter, as you know, is a gateway into somebody even looking at your interview packet. So when I look at cover letters, I really look at them to see what the strengths are of people, how they're written, and I must say I was very, very pleased with the ones that you wrote. I think that if your cover letter was the first thing that I wrote, every one of you, um, that I would be more than willing to look at the rest of your packet. So be very proud of that because you did share your strengths. And when you actually need to write a cover letter for a job, go on the slant that you did in the one that you wrote. So information for you on that for sure. What happens? Finalization of discussion board. That was what was part of your work last week, and the discussion boards. You continue to get stronger and stronger in those. I really appreciate the way that you ask each other questions. I mean, I've noted that before, but that's really what a substantive discussion board is all about. And that's how you get quality points, part of asking questions. Your initial discussion board, they're spot on, so excellent there too. And you're very reflective. I'm really seeing extremely meaningful discussion boards, so thank you. So again, we're going into week 5, and what does that look like? So community of caring. You have readings, and the readings are about teaching and learning and leadership. Now, I'd love to talk a little bit about that because when I hear the word learning, when I hear the word leadership, it doesn't mean just administrators. Learning is about teachers and students and administrators and superintendents as well, instructional leaders. So when you read the article that is posed this week, then think about learning as a global entity. Because as a principal needs to learn so much, not knowing everything in depth, but learning. And not just learning information, but learning about the staff, learning about the students, learning about the community, and then learning about the content in some way so they can support the staff, learning about the supervision and evaluation. And all that really evolves into a caring community. How can you create a community of caring with all those constituents that you have? So it's very complex, but it's about building relationships. And I'm a strong believer in building relationships with and get to know your people, even just a little bit. Get to know your students and community. But I'll let you read the reading and be the judge of that, and I'll hear about it in your discussion board. So thank you. Your other piece that you're going to be working on is the best practice of discipline. So there's many types and forms of discipline out there. Many of you might have been involved in or are involved in PBIS, so that might be something that you consider. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to give away what you want to write about. I want to hear about it from you. So another best practice that you'll put in your portfolio. So go back to the module for the next 2 weeks, please, and then read the content again. I give you a brief synopsis, but I'm very pleased and proud of every one of you, and I really am pleased that you're in this section. I've got quality students. I'm very fortunate, actually. So if you have any questions, concerns, see Marka at une.edu, and see you online. Thanks so much.